So why do I recommend actually taking ketones with your GLP-1 shot? It's actually really simple. Ketones protect muscle loss, they provide energy, and they help with brain health. And so when you're on these GLP-1s and you're losing weight, often energy is sacrificed, often muscle loss is an issue, and then long-term brain health is just always important. So this is the number one thing I recommend. It's not the actual only thing I recommend, but it is the first thing I recommend for people on this. Now, I've been coaching people now around the world with this. Medical clinics actually call me up to help me out because there's people out there that are maybe losing too much muscle mass. And if you're tracking this and this is an issue, this is a big long-term problem. Your metabolism slowing down, you're more prone to gaining all your weight back when you come off the shot. And so whatever we can do to protect muscle loss is really the number one thing we want to focus on. But at the same time, energy can be sacrificed. If we're not breaking down fat very well, or we're not eating enough, we really get too low, we might be waking up sluggish. Well, if you have to perform in your job, you got to have energy. Ketones are energy. They have calories. And so, but they're low calorie for the output that you're going to get, the performance side of it you're going to get. And then the last one, again, is your long-term health, your long-term brain health that you want to have. And ketones are vital for that. They uptake into the brain really easy. But the other things I like to recommend when people are on a GLP-1 and trying to lose weight is you want to increase your protein intake, which is hard when you're not hungry. But it's not just the amount. You want to actually try to hit the minimum during each meal. So you want to hit 20 grams of protein for women, 30 preferably for men or more per serving. And this is important for muscle, at least protecting muscle loss and also potentially gaining muscle if you want to try to do that while on one of these shots, which is, it's a little bit of work. It's a lot of work. And so that's the other reason is increase your protein intake, increasing your physical exercise. Now, the rule of thumb here for the physical exercise isn't just movement, isn't walking. That means that's going to help you burn a little extra calories. But what it really comes down to is physical exertion. And you don't have to necessarily lift heavy, but you have to push yourself closer to that range of failure, at least 80 to 90%. So meaning that if you get to rep 30 and you're about ready to pass out and you can't do anymore, you're probably pretty good. But if you're getting to rep 30 and you can do 30 more, you didn't go hard enough. You either need to increase the load, increase the weight, or you got to keep going to hit that point. And you have to be consistent on this. If you don't, it's going to affect you long term. Because when you're on these shots and you're on it for 6, 7, 8, 9 months and you drop 50 pounds, there's a good chance you drop 20 to 25 pounds of lean body mass. That's you're gonna sacrifice some long-term health and some hardness to maintaining these, because as soon as you get off it, you're gonna wanna eat again and you're gonna metabolism slow down. So your odds of gaining weight go back up, and not necessarily muscle, because you gotta go back and eat more protein and you gotta go back and work out again. So number one, I have people drink ketones. It's just, to me, it's the all around safest product and the most effective product to take with these shots. Number two is increasing your protein. Number three, and the reason why I put ketones first is because the protein's hard for people because they're not hungry. So we got to do something that protects them right now, right away. And then we got to work on getting your protein levels up. And they're probably low before you started the shot in the first place. So that's another thing that's a little harder, is you have to do something you're already not doing enough of. And then number three is working out, which is once again something that you're probably not very good at. And now I'm asking you to work out, I'm asking you to eat more protein when you're already not doing that before you started the shot. Do you see the dilemma in all this, right? We're asking you to do the lifestyle things that are needed to get healthy that you probably weren't doing before you started the shot. But now it's even more important because you're doing something that's reducing your calorie and jeopardize your metabolism, which then if your metabolism slows down, your odds of weight gain goes back up. So you see the vicious cycle here. This is my concern. This is what I have to try to teach people, because otherwise you lose 100 pounds and then you gain it all back plus an extra 50, you're freaking screwed. Because now your metabolism's slower and it's gonna be harder the second time. Do you understand the cycle that we go through? Now, I'm not against the shot. I think the shot's a great tool, but we have to just put the whole package together. So ketones will protect muscle loss, give health, brain health, and give energy, which the energy you'll use to help work out. You gotta start increasing your protein intake more, just eat a lot more, eat more, do more, eat as much as you can and more. That's kind of the rule of thumb. Women try to get at least 20 grams per meal at one time, ideally. And then men above 30 grams at one time, ideally. And then the last thing I actually recommend is adding some branched chain amino acids, or at least leucine, to your meal. Let's say that you don't get the 20 grams. Let's say you don't hit the mark. If you only hit 15 or 10 grams, add some leucine to it or add some branched chain amino acids, because what that's going to do is it's going to trigger this and remind your body to build muscle, or at minimum protect muscle. So use this. This is a bodybuilding, or more of a fitness technique where bodybuilders will use branched chain amino acids because it's going to help them with muscle building, or at minimum protect muscle loss. So this is a little hack. Just add it to your meal. Add it right to your meal, and you can do that 2, 3, 4 times a day, so that you're getting more property to help build muscle, or at least protect any muscle loss. So like I said, I'm not against these shots. I think they're applicable. They can play a really big role. I think you're gonna see more people that are already fit using them too, strategically. At the same time, you gotta protect you from you. You gotta protect you from just the benefit of the shot, which is hunger decrease. And how do you protect you from all that? Is you got to drink your ketones daily. You got to eat more protein. You got to exercise. You got to do it. If you don't, you're going to pay the price. And then the little hack is to add some branched chain amino acids, or at least leucine, to your meals. 1, 2, 3 grams. It kind of depends on the size of your meal. If your meal's small, have more. If your meal's pretty big, then have less or have none. But that's just a little hack that'll take you very far. Last little tip I'll give you is, one of the things I see a lot of people struggle with, what they do wrong, I guess, is they bounce from doctor to doctor to doctor to get a new shot or to get more. And your doctor may be cycling you certain ways. Your doctor may give you, hey, let's lose 60 pounds and let's maintain it for a month, and then let's go chase the other 40, so that you can kind of find your rhythm in this whole process. Your doctor might just go all in on this. But don't jump doctors to try to keep getting more shots and take this into your own hand. It's really important. I get the stories when people do that and they're just jacked up. And then we got to fix them. Fixing you after you screwed this thing up and you've been malnourished, under-eating, underperforming, you got skinny, but now you're not healthy at any level, it's a problem. And you don't want to be there and then have to go back and refix it, because it's out of control. Now we have to go to extreme dieting, extreme tracking, very high level exercise. We have to change our approach completely. And it's a longer road than you would like it to be. So don't ever get there. Do this smartly, work with your doctor through the entire journey, and just use these little hacks as a way to protect you from you and protect you from some of the side effects that come along with these shots, which can be significant for some and more mild for others. But a lot of that's where you started from and your lifestyle coming into this. So, hey, drink them if you got them.